Well, it's Championship Sunday, the last, I guess, Championship Sunday of the season, Such. We'll have a Championship Monday next week in La Crosse, Wisconsin, but the guaranteed rate Bassmaster lead at Lake Oahe wraps up today. Final day, you see there at takeoff, 10 anglers have survived out of the original 90 that left the dock Thursday morning, and it's been a topsy-turvy, I would say volatile Lake Oahe. If you've been in the top 10, that's no guarantee you're going to stay there this week, Such. Welcome into the Farmers Insurance Facebook Live pre-show as we look at the 10 anglers getting ready for takeoff today, getting some gifts from Mobridge, South Dakota, it looks like. Each angler getting a little goodie bag before takeoff. So maybe some lunch there, Such, but
sure has
a lot going on.
Tournament, right? New leader every day, big bags for 2 days.
It's been a very interesting tournament, Ronnie. Different leaders every day, some big bags, nice fish. Some guys have had to really figure things out.
Yeah, and Austin Felix's day 2 bag of 23-plus pounds. That is the reason that he carries roughly a 3-pound lead into Championship Sunday here this week. 55 pounds and 6 ounces for that man, and he's leading Matt Robertson by 2 pounds, 13 ounces. Cody Huff sneaking into the final spot in the top 10, still hoping his Rookie of the Year hopes are alive. He can move up a couple more points today and maybe close that gap just slightly on Jay Shakira.
Yeah, Jay's got him by 64 points. He's inside the Classic. I think that may be more important, but
for sure,
he may be able to do it next week in the Mississippi River. Who knows?
Cody Huff, one of the rookies in our field, like we mentioned. Also, Brian New, Tyler Rivette, Seth Fighter, Taku Ito, Mark Frazier, Patrick Walters, Chris Johnston, and the previously mentioned Matt Robertson and Austin Felix. That is your top 10 from reverse order as they get ready to take off in the next 15 minutes from Lake Oahe there.
Yeah, Felix going in today, 2-pound, 13-ounce lead. He knows what he needs to get, probably, that nobody can top and climb up above him. Chris Johnson is almost 4 pounds back, and Walters and Frazier 5'5" back.
Well, as you look at the leaderboard there, it takes about 15 pounds or so, on average 15 and change, to make the final day in 10th place. 18 and change has you in the lead, so 9-pound deficit from Cody Huff to Austin Felix. I talked to Huff last night, and he said, man, I don't even know how far I am behind. And I said, well, don't look, just go catch 25 pounds tomorrow if you want to have a shot. But we got to talk to our guy who has the lead, Austin Felix, 55 pounds and 6 ounces. We talked to him this morning at takeoff before we got the action going, and to hear exactly what he talked about and what he's planning on. But looking at some of his highlights from the last few days, Such, he really figured out something from day one. Day one, he had 14 pounds. He lost his biggest fish of the day that day, turned it around in the heaviest wind day on day 2. And then yesterday, in the last hour and a half or so, he made a couple key calls to get up over 18 pounds.
Yeah, he's got our VMC Monster bag of the day, 23 pounds, 3 ounces. His big fish, and that was a 5.5 pounder. So he's found some of the way above average fish, Ronnie. Landed them, especially on day 2.
Very, very stout. I can't say consistent this week, but 14, 23, and 18. He's been shooting all over the board, hoping to maybe find some consistency today. Cody Huff, as we mentioned, just shown there. Brian New making his first cut on smallmouth, and his first cut, Such, is a top 10 cut for smallmouth. So is Tyler Rivette. How about that? His 3rd cut on the Bassmaster Elite Series, top 10-wise.
Watch out for this.
Seth Fighter,
Smallmouth hammer.
2021 reigning Bassmaster Progressive Angler of the Year. Taku Ito, we expect him in the top 10 for smallmouth, and here he is. Mark Frazier pulled off some magic at Lake Fork, last top 10 he made, looking to do the same thing. Patrick Walters has found some consistency when it comes to smallmouth, bodies of water the last couple events. Chris Johnston, he expected to factor. He was our day 2 leader, and he comes into the event 3rd place on the final day. Matt Robertson, getting better every day. That's always what you want, your weight to go up. But he's chasing that guy right there, Austin Felix, the biggest
a mix
bag
of
of
the real
event.
smallmouth guys, and then several Southerners in there, Ronnie.
A couple guys really looking for their first victory on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and a couple guys looking for their 2nd or more. Coverage begins 8 a.m. Eastern time on Fox Sports 1. You can catch us for 3.5 hours there on FS1 from 8 a.m. Eastern time to 11:30. And you can catch us on Bassmaster.com all day long today, 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock Eastern time. We'll see you in just a few minutes with Tommy Sanders, Mark Zona, Davey Height, Dave Mercer, and the full gang on Fox Sports 1. We'll see you there.